Hey everybody. It's been 2 months since the last time I posted anything, and there are many different reasons for that. The first thing, before I get into anything else, I wanted to thank everyone who has contacted me and sent me some amount of support. My last video was a bit vague as to what's been going on with my life lately, and I wanted to touch on that as well as a few other things. I'm letting you know right now this video is not intended to be a relaxing ASMR video. However, if it winds up being that for you, just to listen to me talk, then by all means, but understand that the purpose of this video is to inform, not entertain. And that's unfortunate because all my life I've been an entertainer. Entertainment is what I live for. It's what I went to college for. It's what I aspire to do as a career. It's who I am. I'm an entertainer. But the last few months, when it came to making videos for YouTube, my love for entertaining has waned because I find that the type of entertainment I wish to partake in and the audience that partakes of it, we don't exactly see eye to eye, and I wanted to make a point of talking about that as well as a few other things. There are two sets of reasons for why I haven't made a video in 2 months. The first is purely professional and personal, and the other is emotional. I'm going to talk about both of those with you today. For starters, on a personal and professional level, it's been a rough couple of months. As some of you might know, I graduated college back in April, and right away I had a lot of big decisions to make. I currently live in South Carolina. My mother and father and siblings moved to Ohio back in October, and I had the choice of going with them or staying here, and I chose to remain here. When they moved, I was in the middle of school and would have had to drop out and move and take time off, and it was an entire ordeal I wasn't ready to put up with. I had been in college for 6 years and was ready to just be done. When I graduated, the choice again came up. Do I remain in South Carolina or do I pack up and move to Ohio to live with my parents? And it was a very difficult decision. I love my family and I enjoy being with them. But at the same time, I'm a grown man and it was time for me to be on my own. So I've been living in South Carolina with a close friend of mine and his wife. They've been more than kind to let me live with them. When I was living with them in their apartment, I was living free of charge. I was getting a ride to work every day. Since then, the three of us, along with another friend of ours, have actually moved into a house. This is still a temporary living situation for me, but due to it's going to be a while. I don't have my own car yet, so I'm paying rent and getting a ride to work every day. But I was able to find a job actually working full-time at Walmart, which is not ideal for me, but it's paying my bills. And they work me pretty good hours, and by pretty good, I mean pretty long. I get 2 days off every week, but they're different every week. I was fortunate enough to get 2 days back-to-back this week, so I had some time to really get this video made, but I've been working 40 hours a week, and usually when I get home, I'm exhausted. So I don't have the energy to make videos anymore. But I was able to get a good night's sleep last night, and with the extra day off I have tomorrow, it'll give me time to edit and upload and all that. And not only that, but I've also been spending a lot of time Skyping with my girlfriend. She lives in Charleston, which is about 2.5 hours, 3 hours away from where I live now. And I've been focusing on that very heavily because I do love her. She's very important to me. And, we only get to talk to each other on Skype every night, so it's important for me to spend whatever free time I have talking with her. But she's actually working right now, so we can't Skype during the day. So I figured I have all this downtime, I might as well make use of it. On top of all that, I've been working really hard on trying to start my own business. I'm a audio editor and producer by trade. I'm a DJ, I'm a musician, I'm a journalist. I've been working with a friend on opening our own record label and recording studio. And up until a few weeks ago, that was going full steam ahead until I moved. Now I'm 45 minutes away from him and with no car, and it's kind of put things on hold for now. That about does it for all the personal and professional reasons. I want to talk now about some of the more emotional reasons as to why I haven't been posting videos. As you may remember me mentioning in my last video, I disabled comments on all my videos, and I also removed several videos, about 5 that were up. I don't consider myself a particularly physically attractive person. You are your own worst critic, is what they say. But my girlfriend would smack me for saying this, but I just don't. I usually consider my voice to be my most attractive feature. It's what my career is based around, working in radio. And so when I first started doing the videos, I was adamant about not showing who I was. Because unfortunately, I've noticed that within the ASMR community as of late, that physical appearance has become a bit of a trend. When this community first started, people were adamant about not showing who they were. The first ASMR, I guess ASM artist is what they're calling them now, that I was just a huge fan of was Careless Whispers, and I still am. She has a beautiful voice, and the first video of hers that I saw was a eye doctor visit, and I had tingles before then, but it was like I had a tingle explosion with that video. I used that video to go to sleep every night for like a week after that. But somewhere along the line, people became obsessed with, well, show us what you look like, show us what you look like. And she did. And I'm proud of her for that. She's a beautiful woman, and it took a lot of courage to do that. But then it started happening on everyone's videos. Show us who you look like, show us what you look like, show us your face. And it suddenly became this thing where if you weren't showing your face, people weren't watching your videos. And then somewhere along the line, I don't know what happened, but the ASMR community's fascination with the physical appearance of the ASM artist blossomed. The other day, I was going through my subscription list, and for this channel, I only subscribe to other ASMR channels, because I have another YouTube channel. I just kind of like to keep my subscriptions not cluttered. I went through all my subscriptions and I watched some of the most recent videos they had posted. And almost every video I saw was a girl with the camera focused right at her chest, wearing some kind of form-fitting, cleavage showing, something along those lines. The focus is turned. The focus is no longer on the person's voice or their actions of what they're doing. And now suddenly these ASM artists who are showing lots of cleavage and things like that, suddenly they're the ones everyone's flocking to. Meanwhile, the more modest and more humble of ASMR channels, not including my own, this has nothing to do with myself, suddenly they find themselves not necessarily struggling, but kind of falling by the wayside. And it's upsetting. I took it upon myself to take a great personal risk, as it were, and show what I looked like in several videos. The response I received was less than positive. I received numerous comments, both publicly and in my personal inbox, asking, in fact, some of them begging me not to show what I looked like ever again, saying that it was really distracting, that the voice didn't match up with the body, that they just couldn't, they had a hard time watching the video because, it was, this big, creepy, hairy guy sitting there, and they were just trying to relax, and they couldn't. And those are the nicest ones I received. Some of the ones I received were just vulgar and hateful and awful. So I disabled comments, I removed the videos that had my face in them, and I haven't posted a video since. I haven't been able to. I've tried. I've sat down and planned these elaborate videos that were going to just be amazing, and I recorded them. But I never posted them. I couldn't. Because now, whenever I try to post content, the only thing that goes through my head is, what are they going to say about me next? Because even though I disabled comments, people can still send me private messages. And they haven't stopped. It's to the point where I almost didn't post this one. I've been seriously considering for the last few weeks just deleting my channel, because it's been made all too evident that I'm not welcome. The viewers hate me simply because I'm not an attractive female. And there are very popular male ASMR artists out there, and I love the work they do. ASMR vids, I love watching the Minecraft videos that you do, man. They're great. When it comes to ASMR, it's not a gender thing, it's not a sex thing for me. It's who can put me to sleep the fastest, because as a bit of an insomniac, I need all the help sleeping that I can get. But it really has gotten to the point where I just no longer feel welcome. Not just from the viewers, but from a few other ASMR artists as well. I've made attempts on a regular basis to communicate and just get in touch with some of my fellow ASMR artists, and it hasn't worked. I've messaged the same people numerous times. I've messaged a great number of people asking for advice on certain things, asking if they'd like to brainstorm ideas, asking if they'd like to collaborate on a video. Recently, several people have been posting the Draw My Life videos, which I absolutely love. And I was curious as to how they went about making those happen with the increased speed with their video and the audio commentary. I really wanted to know how they went about doing that, because I was interested in doing it myself. I never once received a response from anybody. I've attempted contact with dozens of ASMR artists on YouTube. Not a single one has ever responded to me. In fact, the only time I ever get a response from anybody on YouTube is when I send them a compliment, when I tell them how much I enjoyed their video, how much I laughed when they did something funny, or how relaxing I found their video. Then, within a matter of hours, if not minutes, I receive an immediate response. Thank you so much, you're wonderful. But when I come to them as a peer, as a colleague, as it were, seeking a professional conversation, I receive no response. Whether it be on Facebook, whether it be on YouTube, whether it be on Tumblr or Twitter, I receive nothing. Now, I'm not necessarily saying that it's personal, but it's definitely becoming the straw that broke the camel's back. It's been one thing after another since I started this channel, and there are days I look back and I regret it. Because within the last few months alone, I've been made to feel as if it was a mistake by other people. I've been bullied and shamed simply for my appearance, something I have no control over. And when I reached out to my peers for support, I received nothing. It's left me feeling abandoned. It's left me feeling unwanted. The simple fact that all this has been going on has left me with a very difficult choice. One that I don't really know how to make. Because no matter what I decide, I'm probably going to be somewhat unhappy afterwards. And I don't know what to do anymore. Should I delete my channel and just leave the ASMR community for good? Or should I keep posting videos that nobody likes and keep fueling the fire that is my inbox? Comments will be enabled for this video and this video alone. My inbox is always open. And there's a link to my Facebook page in the description. I welcome any input, positive or negative. I just don't know what to do anymore. If you're out there right now watching this and you're still a fan, you're still a supporter, I thank you. And I welcome any insight you can give me. If before or after this video you were no longer a fan, I apologize if I disappointed you in any way. But until I figure out what's best for myself, I'm not sure when the next video will be after this one. I really don't. It's hard for me to say. I'd like to be able to post a video a week. But every time I think of a new video, it just seems so irrelevant because it seems like no matter what I do, it's never going to be enough for anybody. So, I don't know what else I can say at this point, except thank you for those few of you who are still hanging around, and hopefully I can get this all sorted out one way or another. Take care.